your servants for Jesus' sake. Sometimes we get the idea we want to be a great preacher or even a great Christian. That's the reason I don't like Faith Like Potatoes. The movie, makes everybody want to preach to a big, great coliseum, sometime filled with, 30, 60,000 men. No. Five people watching my Waycast yesterday is much better, much better aim than that. It's not about me. It's about Jesus. This is one reason that I am not sure we ought to be having all these testimonies that we hear today. It is pretty easy for a man to begin to brag in his testimony. If Jesus Christ is not glorified in a testimony, there is no point in it whatsoever. After all, we are just servants. That is the best that can be said of us. The simile of earthen vessels takes us back to the incident at the time of Gideon. In Judges 7, we read that Gideon took only 300 men with him to free their land of innumerable Midianite invaders. Each man had a trumpet and a torch and a pitcher or an earthen vessel. They carried their torches in the earthen vessels so that the light couldn't be seen from a distance. Then, when they got among the Midianites, they broke the earthen vessels. It wasn't until the earthen vessel was broken that the light could shine out. My friend, that is the thing which we need today. We need the vessels to be broken. The Apostle Paul was a man who knew what it was to suffer for Christ's sake. This vessel had to be broken. The trouble today is that we don't have very many who are willing to do that. I remember that Dr. George Gill used to tell us in this in class. When somebody is born, someone has to travail. The reason that more people are not being born again is that there are not enough who are willing to travail. We hear of a great deal about witnessing today, but my friend, what kind of a price are we willing to pay? It is not enough to just knock on a door and visit someone. I am not minimizing that, and I'm not saying it is not important, but I am saying that the earthen vessel must be broken. We cannot have our way and his way in our lives. We need to make our minds uh, whether we are going to follow him or not. And the shame is we don't even knock on doors today. We don't sacrifice anything. We expect to be able to sit in our church pews and we're going to live the perfect life, and everybody's going to be saved by watching our perfect life. That's another blasphemy. It's not about us; it's about Jesus. What are you willing to suffer? Are you willing to give up your time, your life, for the cause of Christ? You don't take into consideration the time that this takes. I'm criticized by my friend about how long it takes me. Some of these podcasts, some of them are 2 hours long. And it takes me longer than that to study for some of them. In the early days, it used to take me for an hour for every 10 minutes, I think, uh, to study these. So for 2 hours, that was 12 hours I had to study for the thing. And uh, so my time, my sacrifice. Of course, this is no sacrifice. I've knocked on doors before. That's a real sacrifice. You want to really get out the word of God, start knocking on doors and see the devil meet you in your face. You need to be prayed up and readied up to meet the demons that are behind the doors. I've done it. I've done it with Braden. I've done it with many times. And with